up, y'all? It's your girl KDiani here, back with another video. And if you guys watched my previous video, then you know that I mentioned that we were going to be toning this wig. So I did highlight it. Probably on camera you can't really see, but she does have some highlights in her hair, and they kind of have a brassy tone because this is virgin hair. You know, when you go from a very dark color, I believe this is like a level 3, a level 2 color hair, and you're trying to get to like a level 7, level 6, there's always going to be those red tones that are left over. So you know, it leaves that orangey color that you may see sometimes. So today I'm going to go in depth all about toning and what toning is and how to tone. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see very well, but she has highlights going on. It's a really pretty color actually, but I like toning. You don't necessarily have to tone if you're satisfied with the color the hair already has, but I like to tone to even everything out. But this is her hair. As you can see, this is the orange brassy tones that I'm talking about that I don't like. And some people do leave the hair like this, but this is what toning is all about. Basically just to neutralize and get away of any color that you don't want. Balancing it out, basically. Like I said, toning is basically just neutralizing the hair and balancing out the color so nothing is left brassy, too bright, or orangey. So the toner I'm going to be using today is by Wella Color Charm. It is the T27 Medium Beige Blonde, and the reason why I chose that is because I really want like a beigeish, lightish brown type color, not necessarily blonde because she is pretty dark. If she was like a lighter brown, then maybe I would have wanted more on like a blondish pale color, but we're gonna go medium because it's gonna have like that purple in there and a little bit of green to even out this yellow and orange. So I'm gonna put like a color chart on the screen somewhere so that you guys can see. I was taught that purples balance out the yellows, reds balance out the greens, and vice versa. So basically we want like we're going for a more cooler tone versus than a warmer tone, because the brassiness is warm and I don't really want warm. I want it more on the cooler side. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out of the bottle. And it's always a 1:2 ratio. So this is one bottle. This is considered your 1 ratio. And I just put it in a mixing bowl. And then to get an even ratio, I'm just gonna place the developer in the bottle and then pour it in there so that I know it's even. Ooh, this is strong. So 1, 2. So that's your 1:2 ratio. And you never want to use 30 or 40 volume with a toner. It's always 20. At least that's what I was taught. And I've gotten asked this question a lot under my previous video that you guys can go check out on how I highlighted some bundles. I always got the question that I got asked a lot was, do I wash the hair first or do I dry it, or do I put the toner on dry? Personally, I like to put the toner on after I take the bleach out, mostly because it's just easier for me. I've never done it on dry hair. I've always done it after I rinse or wash out the bleach. But if you're willing to try it, you can. I just feel like it's better that way, and it's just easier to glide and, you know, comb everything through and get everything evenly distributed. But yes, you should wash the hair after you do take out the bleach. You don't necessarily have to put conditioner, but if the hair does get tangled, you can put a little bit and try to detangle it before you go ahead and put toner, because you don't want the hair to be all jumbled up and then you have little patches in your hair because everything's not even. So basically when you mix up a toner, it kind of gets like this jelly consistency, and I don't really go no certain way when putting on toner. Usually I just put it on there and massage it into the hair and then I comb it. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try to keep it neat. So then all you do is just apply it. It's not gonna affect the natural hair color. All it's gonna do is tone the hair that was bleached. And you know, to be very thorough, you can go section by section and make sure you don't miss any spots. And typically, the time frame that you would let a toner sit in the hair is about 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't really take long. If you are toning hair that you want to be like blonde and you see it turn purple, that's okay. I don't think we're going to see any purple today. We might, probably like a very, very dark, but not bright. Usually that only happens when we're doing toners that consist of like lots of blues and purple to get that cooler tone in your hair. But toners do change color as they're changing the color of the hair as well. But toning is very simple. You know, if you want to get to a specific color, you gotta make sure that you get the hair to the right lift when you bleach it. So obviously if you highlighted your hair and you're at this color, you're definitely not going to get to a blonde if you were to tone it. That's not going to get it to a 613 blonde or a 9 or an 8 even, because that's just not lifted enough. And the level of developer that I used to bleach the hair, if you didn't watch my previous video, was a 20, and you're only going to go up probably like 2 or 3 shades with a 20 volume developer. This color right here is like between a 5 and a 6, pushing a 7 depending on how long you let it sit in the hair. And I only let it sit in there for like 20 to 30 minutes for each section, of course, because I did go ahead and take the foils out when they were ready or to my liking. So I can already tell like what type of color I'm going to get after toning, and it's gonna be like a light caramel brown color, which is really what I was going for, because like I said, this hair is pretty dark and I don't want nothing extremely too bright. So if you plan on doing highlights to some bundles or a wig, this is perfect for the fall time. So you can go ahead and follow the steps that I've taken and apply it to whatever it is that you plan on doing. And it'll be perfect for this time of the year. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can already see the color changing, and it just looks so nice, the color. I'm just gonna have to show you when the hair is dry, because this camera isn't doing it any justice. Okay y'all, so this is the finished look, the highlights. I don't know if you guys can see them. But this is the highlights. They look very nice. I really like the cut on her. You know, short bob, highlight. And a really nice color. Got the highlights going on in the back here. And a very nice color, very nice cut. This hair is very thick in density. She was like 20 inches, but then I cut her into a bob because I have a thing for short hair. And then I decided to give her a pop of color, and this is what she looks like. I really love it. Super excited to wear her. So if you guys like this video on how I toned this hair, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any thoughts, any other questions that you may have. I will be available to answer those questions. Make sure you guys share the video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. And until next time, muchos besitos.